RealToon, it's some real money in the room.
All right, man. Today on RealToonTV, we got a special guest in the building, man. By now, I shouldn't even have to do an introduction, man.
Man, you already know what it is. It's Bricc, not the trick, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cut the mic, but you know what I'm saying? You know what it is, man. Kill squad the building, man. Kill squad the streets. What's going on, Toon?
Oh, man, a lot's going on, actually. So, according to reports via WAC 100, allegedly you got into a scuffle at No Jumper with DW Flame's brother.
I got into no scuffle with no in that building.
The day that you crashed out, you didn't fight the security, or?
I mean, I whatever happened behind that camera happened, right? But as far as DW Flame brother,
The ice guy, huh?
P Nice. Yeah, man, no. They talk about he choked me and all that.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
Right.
You're crazy. In that state of mind, nobody was choking me because it grabbed me and told me my baby was right there. He grabbed me like this, like, little bro, you tripping. Your baby right here. Stop trying to drop locations. You do it too much, little bro. Your baby, your wife right here. Like,
oh, more on some, like, if anything, checking you in a good
that's
way.
what
like
somebody should have did. Yeah,
right.
That's what somebody should have did in the first place when they see me crashing. But Gordy was already, because I was mad, and Gordy was like, all right, I'm gonna just let him get the shit off. Then when he seen me walk out, that's when he came out there with me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he figured, like, I'm out of his sight now. Gordy was holding me back too.
Right. So then why are they making it seem like, who was Gordy? Where's Gordy?
YBG, the big.
Oh, the dude.
Yeah.
So why would they make it seem like he yoked you up and had you pinned up? And
that's WAC 100. That's what he do. He lied. Somebody had dropped this footage, but it got erased off the internet today. It was out for like 2 hours.
Yeah, because I would think, you know, the way it was floating around, like the narrative was floating around, you would think that they would release the camera, I'm sure.
Nah, ain't nobody, we don't release no jumper cameras.
Right.
That ain't what we do. We ain't gonna get into used to having the footage and what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I know Adam ain't gonna release it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, P Nice will tell you, like, tomorrow on the Tuesday show, they DW Flame will tell you, hey, choke me. And ask for no fades and all that shit. I don't know where the whack coming up with that narrative. And what happened is, I think DW Flame said, yeah, no, whack. I think he said, nah, my brother grabbed him up. It was telling him about his baby. But they ain't gonna clip that part.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Whack, he does what he does. He feels like he's crushing Bricc, maybe, or doing what
it was looking bad, dog. Like,
I'm saying,
though,
I mean, like, that's my boy, but if it put his hands around my throat, me, Gordy, everybody back there, we would have been full-fledged locking and whatever else. Like, your hands around my throat, whether they're asking for a fade is crazy. I think that's, like, worth shooting over.
Your hands around your throat is
That's
crazy.
like slapping.
Yeah, I love Unc, man.
That's like slapping it good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Is it true that they're trying to get you out of No Jumper?
No, I am No Jumper. What they gonna do without me?
Oh, snap. I don't know. I was listening to, like,
Whack probably trying to get me out of No Jumper. He doesn't run nothing. Whack, you only come around one day out the week on my off days, bro. Let's be real. Like, you don't even, you can't even come there while I'm there. You're not coming there while I'm there. You're not going out your way to be there while I'm there.
Right.
I'm there every day.
Yeah, the way Wack was saying it, like, he's getting you out of there. DW Flame is gonna have his own show in a few months. He been rocking with P Nice since jail time. You know what I'm saying? And then it seemed like it's just like a bunch of anti-Bricc. You know what I'm saying? Going on.
Where?
Well, just in general on the No Jumper scene in the Cali. You know what I'm saying? Amongst the politics. I don't know everybody. You know what I'm saying? All these names you naming, I don't know these guys.
Who else?
You know what I'm saying? So I can't name them, but it
look
seems
good.
like it. You know, it look good.
look
You know what I'm
good.
saying? It be looking
It
good.
look good.
Right.
I ain't say this, man.
It was like saying you couldn't carry your own weight on your show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
I bet you that my show really do. Check the clips on my show. I got the most active show up there.
Right.
We average like an M in clips and all that every week. You gotta think, we might have had one calm week where we didn't do nothing, but you gotta think. The Let Me Get a Nap was on my show. The Shark with the Dirty Jacket was on my show. 607 Uncle DW Flame Getting Into It was on my show.
Right.
I came for 10 minutes last week. We did millions of views. How I handle my shit, now you handle you cop. You have to say he's a cop. We gonna handle it differently.
Right.
Anybody talk about these open cases, like, hey, Wack. I like when Wack does that. It's a great op to have on the internet because he'll keep your name lit every day.
Right.
He say he got a space. I live in Wack's head. It's like you just sit there like, oh, Bricc, baby, what we running on Bricc, baby today? Meanwhile, where I'm not running no content on that.
Oh my.
You're trash. He wants me to receive. You're trash. You're trash. You're 50. You're trash. I mean, it's no age in this content world, but you're 50 doing what all the young is doing. And you exposing paperwork, but you not showing your sealed paperwork. And you telling everybody go get their sealed paperwork, but you're not. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's
just interesting how real it looks on the internet and then talking to you and seeing like that's not what it is.
I've been on Sharp my throat the next day on Sharp Live. Man, what the f talk about? Like, you think my homies would still be with me, would choke me? If I was off deck, if he did get his, and then nothing happened, like, come on, gang.
I'm not trying to laugh because it really ain't funny.
Yeah, it's real. P Nice, my bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, he probably need to clear it up. I don't know. I don't even be looking at that.
Well, since the last time we sat down, a lot has transpired in the media. Most recently, you went viral for allegedly crashing out, is the word that everybody used. You crashed out. Yeah. On No Jumper. This is right after we sat down. We were sitting down the day before, and I turned on the news, and
it was near 7 days.
Yeah, ago. It was like it wasn't Bricc, baby. It was.
That's what they say.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Can you tell me like what happened? What was going through your head, and how did it get to that point?
I ain't smoked no weed that day. On them plane rides with you, waiting for you and shit, all in Fort Worth, got pulled over and shit.
Oh, right.
We got pulled over. Me and Nunn got pulled over with you, man.
So it was my fault.
They thought OG Percy was selling his drugs. I forgot to call you and tell you that. I swear to God. I thought Percy was the neighborhood hero over there. They talk about, did Percy sell you these drugs? We had a little bit of weed. Like, man, what the f are you talking about?
No, I mean, Percy don't do anything.
I know, that's what I said. I'm like, oh no, like what? I'm like, we put, because he had that dumb red rag on, the blue rag. I guess Fort Worth gang times.
Oh yeah, no, they not playing. They're not playing.
Yeah, no, they taking pictures of my tattoos. They're like, you're a real crip. You're a real 60. But nah, look, I ain't gonna lie. I just didn't know the content was being ran that many times.
Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. So it kind of took a toll on me, and I went in there, and I'm like, tried to be as calm as possible.
Right.
But then it's just like, I ain't never really responded to all that phone call stuff.
Right.
Leaked phone calls, I ain't never responded to that.
And I seen that.
Go ahead. Then I get there, and this the third time about it. I was gonna talk to DW about it on camera, and that was gonna be that. So the days that I wasn't there, they could have just waited for me to be there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I got there, it was the third day. So I was looking at it on the plane and I got caught up with what was going on. So while I'm driving up there, I'm getting caught up. So that was the first reaction to, instead of me loading up on Instagram or something, everybody was right there, so.
Right. Right. I was listening to a few people, a few commentators speak on it, and so is your issue, you felt like No Jumper being the home platform, that they shouldn't cover that?
They could cover it, but when you get to just everything revolving around all the shit I got going on, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I guess I'm so controversial. When you start looking at the clips and 90% of the shit is you, it's like, oh, let me in on the platform then. We just gonna talk about Bricc, baby.
Right. Did you ever feel like
YouTube was.
Right. Did you know? But my whole thing is like, you can't feel like that because that's been going on over there. Like when
I could feel how I want to feel. If they didn't feel like that, then I could feel like how I want to feel.
Yeah, because I'm saying, I remember when Flacco had this incident with 16. 16 got interviewed, the content got ran, and it was a whole thing for like a week or two. So, you know, how do you feel like it
do
on?
with hood politics in LA when it's people that pulled up and all this that's going on, where our hoods is right next to each other and all that.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I see the difference. But I'm just saying, even when stuff was going on, whether it had been AD and T-Rail and T-Rail's hood is going at him, the content was still being written.
That's not my hood. What I'm trying to tell you is it's already been in the air with us putting up and all this and all that. You want to keep on playing, everybody come up here. Let's just do what we gonna do. But it ain't, listen, Adam could do what he wants to do and I can react how I want to react, and I already told him that. We good, because I know you ain't gonna listen. So when you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta understand it already, it's my boy.
Right.
I ain't mad at him.
Right. And I mean, you know, I'm just trying to get an understanding, because from the outside looking in, it's kind of like a lot of people, you know, call Adam a culture vulture. And the reason that they call him a culture vulture isn't because he's taken from the culture. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all are sitting down on a platform with him, so you don't mind him. You know, people getting paid off of it, so it's a good thing.
It ain't taken from the culture. If you come to the platform and want to tell Adam everything about their life,
I wasn't arguing that.
No, I'm just saying, I guess doing people it on
their own accord. But what I'm saying is that people feel like when, you know, I guess you get to playing with people's safety is where it's like a line drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, real gonna be real. When they get out their feelings, we all, me too. When I get out my feelings, I'ma be thinking regular. When Spody Face get out his feelings, he was thinking regular. The other don't count. It was between me and him. Me and him that came to it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, mosquito just went down there. Nah, but me and him, you know what I'm saying? I think we done came to a middle ground. There should be some content on it coming soon.
Understood. How did you feel about the video getting leaked though?
I mean,
like, why did it get leaked?
I don't play them type of games. Like, I don't know why it got leaked. You know what I mean? And Cuz said that me and him gonna talk about why it got leaked. But he said that, you know what I mean? It wasn't to expose what it was to expose. It was to show that me and him had a solid conversation where nobody was being the aggressor in the conversation. Because I feel like he thought some content that I ran was like I was pressing him, or the narrative that I was pushing was like, but I never talked about our phone call. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to, like, me and Cuz was talking regular, and then he felt like I put some content out after that. And really it was some that already was scheduled in my YouTube, whatever the case was. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that, whatever we meet up to figure out and all that. Can't get over it, conversation, whatever the case is, you know?
No, for sure. For sure. Leaving before the Well, I guess it's easy to say that it seems like it's some haterade going on at No Jumper towards Bricc, because if we get on the internet even today, we saw you going at it with Poetic Flacco. Yeah. So Flacco has been going crazy, has been going viral for snitching on the artist, and I saw him do a sit down, matter of fact, with Almighty Suspect. I fuck with Almighty, but I saw him do a sit down with Almighty Suspect, and it seemed like he was snitching in. You know what I'm saying? He was saying he told the police that he got threatened from Duty Low, and it was out of his hands, it's in the law's hands at this point. And then I saw today you going at it with Flacco. You know what I'm saying? He's implicating you in things going on with Quando Rondo. And I don't know, so when it was like, damn, he's going at it with Wack, now he's going at it with Flacco, and Flacco gonna call him on you.
When was I going at it with Wack?
Well, Wack was trying to get you gone. And
yeah, I was never going at it with Wack though. I never said nothing about Wack but him calling me Mr. AK-47.
You're right.
I'm not going at it with no crumb. I'm not. He's not on the level of, he's not on the scale. Even that be in his clubhouse room, like them, he be having real gangbangers in there to make you feel like he really that.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
You was a tag along with us. You got, you know what I mean? They start respecting you a little bit more.
Right.
You're not accepted no more.
For sure. Well, what was the situation with you and Poetic Flacco?
I'm all at Flacco when I see him.
Is it? I think he took the post down, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I didn't even want to ask about your specific situation, but in general, we see him kind of doing like police stuff.
He a cop.
And he's okay with it too.
That's what I'm saying. I tell you, I mean, he doing a little bit too much. Gave him a green light to run content from time to time, but now you're doing too much.
Right.
Either cut me in or don't even cut me in. I'm all that cut when I see him.
Right.
I gotta see him.
Right.
Cause I can't give him no warning, fair warning.
Right.
The show Flacco. We gonna see who gonna be at No Jumper. You know what I'm saying, when I get back.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of No Jumper podcasters, Crip Mac, free Crip Mac, by the way. Crip Mac did a show on Drewski. He made an appearance.
Yeah.
Were you able to catch the episode?
I didn't watch it with him, but Tony Real Rich was on there.
Him and Tony Wilbers and a gang of other people, and he was essentially, everybody had their blue flag, and he was essentially like showing them how to Crip properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like the drill sergeant.
Yeah.
And I guess he saw Tony there.
Yeah.
And Tony let it be known that he knew Crip Mac.
Yeah.
From No Jumper. Mm-hmm. And he sat down with Crip Mac and they had a good time. And Crip Mac checked it immediately. He checked what Tony was talking about. He said, essentially he said that you said you weren't banging no more, give me your rag. And Tony said he ain't giving him nothing. And C-Mac said, well, you're gonna have to squabble over that. And they put their dukes up, and Tony didn't back down. And Crip Mac went back to teaching. When you seen and or heard of the situation, what was your thoughts? And I think we actually spoke on this in our first interview when I told you that Crip Mac and Tony Wilbers had a fight.
He's standing on business.
Right.
And Tony said, Gay Tony standing on business. And Gay Tony ain't nothing to play with, man. But he ain't a Crip, but he wasn't giving that flag back on TV.
Yeah.
He go fight for it.
Right.
I ain't fighting no. You get beat up by Tony, then what?
What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Tony, at the end of the day, Tony's a man. I don't know what people think
That's
about
what I
Tony.
said.
I don't know if people think Tony a
Nah, I'm just playing.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
squabble Tony, but I just say squabble. I be laughing like, nigga. He probably would win, because as soon as he square up like that, be like, what are you doing?
Man, I be trying to tell people that Tony has fought the biggest, well, I ain't gonna call him the most feared, but the biggest and one of the most feared in terms of the hands. One of my old ops, Slim Body B, blood out of Stop 6, on the other side of Stop 6, and Tony squabbled him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Little Tony, big dude is big. He yoked up. He's bigger than DW Flame. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the dude
but
that you just
can't fight either.
Slim Body can fight. You know what I'm saying?
All big. I mean, did Tony win?
I don't know if Tony won, but I know he scratched hard. They say Tony went hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that Tony, you know, like
he's still not a.
Right.
He don't meet the criteria.
Right.
I mean, he can do the internet. Nobody can stop you from doing what you're doing on the internet. So live your life, cuz.
So what in that situation?
I mean, he's a parody of a Crip. It'll be all right.
Right. In that situation, what was Crip Mac supposed to do?
When they square, I mean, I don't know what his contract was with Drewski.
Right. Oh, so it depends on the business.
You get what I'm saying? If he can't touch nobody in the house.
Right. I don't like how y'all be selective politicking with the contract.
No, but no, I'm saying
Percy, it was all these problems. But when it comes to Crip Mac, what was his contract?
Wait, no. First of all, if this, you don't know if it was scripted, bro. See, you know about the YouTube world. This is an actual show. You don't know if this Drewski, you get what I'm saying? Because Drewski had to see the Crip Mac and Tony Wilrich interview while he going through who he wanted right there, or the staff. You get what I'm saying? It's a pretty viral interview out of all the interviews he did about the gay Crip. So it's like, put that in retrospect, and can you be here with him without? So it's like, you get up on him and act like you gonna do something that's gonna make content. Like, you get what I'm saying? We talking about it now. So that could have been the whole play. What he was supposed to say, Drewski, I ain't coming to get that bag, cause Tony there, I'm going to go get the bag. If it had to be a skit about some cribbing, then I can't tell you. Even though me and Crip Mac ain't said, I just can't tell you that. Cause I mean, in real life, if that wasn't at the Drewski could have been and he did that, he supposed to get off.
Right.
But if it's a skit or it's a that they like, oh, we gonna have y'all have an altercation, then, but y'all can't fight, what you supposed to do? Did anybody squabble on this show for real?
I'm not sure. I don't.
You gotta pay attention to that. It might be in that contract. Like, ain't no fighting. This ain't the baddies. You know what I mean?
Right. So I guess it's a question for Tony.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that might be something you gotta ask somebody else.
My thing is, you know what I'm saying? Because to my knowledge, y'all are from some pretty serious hoods. You know what I'm saying?
But we can't politic what the Hoovers let go on. No way. We from neighborhood. We can't politic that. No way. If they did have gay Crips over there, that ain't had nothing to do with us. A Hoover can politic a Hoover. That was what that was about.
Well, but Tony isn't necessarily just a Hoover. He's also a Crip.
That has nothing to do in California. You cannot know. It's no separation. If you from Hoover Crip, you from Hoover. You from the Groove Line. Whether you a criminal or a Crip, that's all the same. In LA, it ain't no, we can't politic on them. It ain't, if we was in jail and Tony Wilrich needed a DP, it would be gangster Crips and Hoovers doing it. It would have nothing to do with the neighborhoods. We'd be eating our food, turning our back. We ain't even watching it. You know what I'm saying? Dead dummies. We ain't in the circle of them while they fighting. They doing their thing over there where they do their thing at.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so like even with Big Sad, that's a politic I wouldn't have been involved with in jail. I don't know why they wanted to do it on my part. I can't politic that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of how that go.
Right. I seen in a clip that you did, an interview clip. Well, not a clip that you did, but a clip of somebody else. And they essentially You know, and it's crazy for me to even speak on this because it's like, where's the line get drawn in the gangster world? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, okay, the politics, then his work, contract, skits, stuff like that. But it's like, when people are getting on the internet and saying, well, Bricc Baby needs to check in, he's getting DP for what went on No Jumper. And we seen it was a guy named 600 who went on the internet and said
that can't come to the, but go ahead.
Well, he essentially went online and said that he was calling for the DP. You know what I'm saying?
He's a troll, bro. You see us all on live together when he was telling cuz that he ain't from the hood. And he never, that's my homeboy, but he ain't really from, I mean, that was my previous home, but he's never been, he's just a cool guy that grew up around there, went to college, left for a second,
he went to college?
came back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Part of the community, a lot of people know him up there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He can't call, he would never be able to call my DP.
So why, is there no regulation on who can say stuff like that? Like, that's a pretty big thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be saying that on the internet.
But
to my knowledge, though, I'm not
he
trying
says everything crazy on the internet about the hood, and then, like, you would think he was, like, the main person over there.
Right, and to us, you know, on the internet, it's like...
Check his background every time he's saying that. He's never over there saying that. So it's like, you haven't, what are you talking about?
Right. You know, it's real street. Ain't gonna show their background. You don't know.
No, but he shows his background all the time.
Right. Right.
Like, he's not, that's what I'm saying. Once again, he's not really the smartest street.
Right. Right.
He's not. That's my boy, but he's not.
Right. So,
he got like a death wish. He like talks about everybody until it's like, you know what I mean? Like, he different.
Yeah, and I was about to ask, so like
he
what?
Like GBO Gaston, just buff.
What happens, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta catch him first. It's the new world. You got some money, you don't live where everybody else live at. You gotta catch him.
So you could just say what you want and
then I.
Right.
Everybody else loading on the Instagram, pull up, then there's never an address.
Right.
Or if it is, it's like something that's super on camera, safe. You know what I mean? Like a safe location to link up.
Right.
Street ain't never been safe.
Right. Here's my final question to you, Bricc. As I'm looking at well, let me ask this. How'd you feel when you saw Adam interview T-Rail's brother?
He messy, but I mean, that's Adam. I mean, how did I feel when I see him interview Snoopy Badass for the second time? I mean, shout out Big Deal, he funny. Shout out T-Rail. I mean, he just making the most out the shit. That's his op. If his brother wanted to come up there and do an interview.
Adam got an op? Is that the real op?
T-Rail is his
T-Rail is a real op.
Yeah,
that's the op. That's right. They got a real op.
Yeah.
They real op.
They be popping it back and forth, you know what I'm saying? You finally got one of his disloyal family members to pull up on you. You know what I mean? You gotta juice the situation.
Right. Adam standing on business by interviewing the family member. That's that's personal.
Yeah, because it could have been some sneak. He could have went up there, did something to Adam, but he went.
Right.
But you know, if you got an app and you can get his brother on the interview in this dirty YouTube world,
man, that's so terrible.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Yeah.
It's a plus. I'm fully YouTube.
Right.
I'm an internet. I'm one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause these street, they're getting on YouTube and the internet too. So I guess I'm even separate for the street. I'm just all YouTube. I'm a troll at this point. That was a stunt at my show last week.
When you had the opportunity to sit down and meet OG Percy, and I know we got to talk about it with OG Percy, which people haven't got the opportunity to see that yet.
Yeah.
But you actually got to meet OG Percy in person.
That's cool.
Yeah. How'd you feel about him?
He remind me of all around the city. I always want to give you some advice and pop war stories with you and all that. OG.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't, I mean, like I said, I just said that about, I don't have a problem with it. We both started on the internet reporting on each other and all that.
Right.
We met each other. He a gangster, you can tell from his stories and his, you know what I mean, how he rotate. he got the vibe from me, he know what I'm on, you know what I'm saying? And I think that we got, yeah, we there could continue to keep on pressing. Because I'm always with the building the bridge and eliminating ops with peace.
Right.
I mean, as a black man, you gotta start telling the young people what they gotta, you know what I mean? What they don't want to hear, but they see people that they admire doing this, they might like tone it down something like, oh, I could do that too. I'm letting that stop my money.
With OG Percy being from Hoover and you being a 60, were you at all worried as far as like it being a conflict of interest?
Nah. Not up to the point of us saying we gonna pull up on each other.
Does that happen like often between those two?
Nah, but I know that out of town that the Hoovers love the 60. They ain't really, like you said, it's Crip out here.
You see what I was getting at with the Tony?
Yeah, like you said, it's Crip. I understood what you were saying, but even with it being Crip, because it's still Hoovers that like press Crip. But it's, you know what I mean? Like, we still can't politic on them.
Right.
Or with them. We can politic on them amongst ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But our politics hold no weight in their community. You know what I mean? Like, we'll politic on them and then we have to go do something to them. But it ain't with their consent. They politics are within they self and they give consent to their homies to discipline and whatever they gotta do. Right. That's how that goes.
Man, anything, shout out Bricc, baby, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, man, you already know. The Kill Squad captain, man, dead homies.
Sure. Anything you want to let the people know that you didn't let the people know?
Man, listen. If you guys separate my job from y'all real lives, y'all would live at peace. Because the shit that I be having going on, it don't concern nobody. So when they butt into it, it makes everything bad because I'm not no. But then they say I'm decking phase and doing all this. Do you know I'm the what am I pulling up on a crumb fighting because he jealous for that I ain't never met before? What do that make sense? When do that ever make sense?
So you and Wack have never met?
Never met Wack. He don't want to fight. You calling people up to no jumper to fight? Like, come on, bro. You want me to come up to a white man's establishment to duke it out? That's why I said people are giving him the keys to Adam, the keys to gang politics. He holding Thunderdomes up there. He got snitch politics, gang politics on snitch up there. He having hood meetings on camera.
I remember No Jumper was about the rap, man. Now it's like, it really is a place you go to on some street.
To vent, in the vent, like, yeah, with that and tell the like, why?
Right. Good content, though, good content. Right.
But,
and they go straight to the white man.
Yeah, they willingly. So,
right.
and that's
you
my
can't be
homeboy.
mad at Adam. Like,
Adam, my homie, hey, get your chili if that's what they gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting that chili.
He make them feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess comfortable enough to do what they gotta do, but, you know what I'm saying? There's more content coming. I'm gonna keep on going crazy. It's a special surprise this week too, man. I posted the cover, man. The fans gonna give me a name, so I don't know, man. There's a whole lot going on this week, man.
Type Kill Squad.
It's the Bricc, man, not the trick, man. You already know what it is. Listen. Like I said, once again, separate my job from my real life, man, and from your real life, because I don't even know you. So it's like, the ones that I know that got my number, we could call and all that, bro, y'all can put y'all input, but listen, man, I'm doing my own thing, man, and it's just how I'm coming. Please don't come in my path with that bullshit. Every that cross my path, guaranteed I be having the same energy. It don't be. So I'm like, all these rumors and all that or what it gonna do to me what it is. Hey, listen, man, it's Bricc. Stay tuned in, man, because I'm gonna keep going crazy.
Tune in.
Hey, RealToon, it's some real money in the room.